Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the third edition of the Coach's Corner here, presented by UCTV through the Unitas Caritas YouTube channel here through Immaculata High School. Hello, everybody. I'm Ken Gregg, your host for the Coach's Corner. And, of course, our guest is Coach Mike Columbo, the head coach of Immaculata Spartan Football. Tonight, we are going to take a look back at the Newark Central, the big Newark Central game they had last Friday night. We're also going to preview the upcoming game, big game, and it's Holy Trinity coming up this weekend, Friday night at 5 p.m. as they will take on Holy Trinity in the Battle for the Bridge High School Football Showcase event happening at Rutgers this weekend. We also want to remind you to join the Unitas Caritas Foundation. It is only $19.66 a month. And if you do join, you will get one of these free mugs here that is absolutely beautiful with the Spartan head on one side and the Unitas Caritas logo on the other. So we hope you'll be with us for the game this Friday night, and please join us on the Unitas Caritas Foundation. So, Coach, let's get things underway. Let's talk about the Newark Central game from Friday night. Big win for you, 50-0. What stood out to you in that game for you guys?
Well, we really didn't do much. I mean, we ran the ball. I think we only threw 2 passes in the game, and we just kept running the same play over and over again. And we thought we'd be able to do that. We felt that we had a clear advantage up front over Central. And make no mistake, they have a lot of athletes. Central High School's got a lot of athletes, and I think they're trying to figure out where to put those guys and get them in the right space. But I think our team responded well from a grueling game the week before. And I think the going in there and just taking care of what we had to take care of was good. And, we had a big lead early, and fortunately we were able to get a lot of young kids in for the entire second half. So I think we're pretty well rested. We practiced very hard this week, obviously, and the weather's a little hot, but, I think it was a win that we had to have, and, we have to win those games that, are in front of us each and every week.
You talk about, a game like that, but coming off that game against Mannheim Central, losing in double overtime, do you expect any kind of letdown from the boys, or did they have a good week?
No, they had a good week. I mean, we actually felt we should scale back a little this week. Okay. We did not go out in full gear at all. We just felt that our kids played a complete game. We're tired. It was a long trip, and the bottom line is that any question of toughness for our team was answered at Mannheim Central. So I think just the execution part of it was what was important to us last week, and we were able to do that. And now, obviously, coming into this week's game, we're looking for to get our legs back and just be fresh and get ready to go.
So let's take a look at some of the highlights for Immaculata. It was pretty much all Immaculata on Friday night. So let's take a look.
Yeah, we'll start with the opening kickoff. Obviously, was a good indication for us of where we were headed here, and they don't want to kick the ball deep, and I wouldn't either when you got Cameron Chadwick and Anthony Brown back there, but they kick it short, and we like to have guys on our second wave that are kind of used to handling the ball. And, it goes to Martin Langton here. And this kid, we see him doing all kinds of things. And, he's 235, 240 pounds. But when you look at this young man run, I mean, you just see him rambling down and just doing a great job. But, I want to take notice to a particular part of his play, which is right here. Okay. I don't know if you guys can see where the cursor is on the screen. Maybe I can surround it. Yeah, right there. But if we watch these guys, this is Joe Fleming and Jackson Roberts, just run this kid down into the ground, and it puts us inside the 30-yard line for a first down for us. We go in and score on that drive. We had a short field. We come back the next possession. And again, we're running 2-back I formation football, kind of old school type stuff. And this play obviously gets called back, but just an indication of the type of athlete that Cameron Chadwick is. He's able to get to the edge. We block the play up fairly well, and he makes people miss. And, he just outruns the whole pursuit lane, into the end zone. Now, unfortunately, that play came back on us, but, just an indication of the type of player he is. Coming back now, here's a 4th down play, and we give the ball to Martin. This is the same guy that ran back that kickoff. But, you look at a 4th and 1, and this kid just breaks into the secondary, and he's a load to tackle. I don't think too many people want to take on this kid once he gets ahead of steam, and he's got great speed. But again, what I love about what we do is the play of our guys up front. And when we look at the blocking of this play from this angle, it's a little bit of a ground shot because we desperately are in need of a different tower for our end zone camera. But I want you to take notice to Michael Giuliano, the left tackle, who works down and blocks the blitzer. Look at the right guard, the left guard, Oliver Collier, just run that kid 55 right out of the screen. Our backside puller, Colin Papp, comes in. He's got the scrape linebacker. And, we have a great play here with a great hole, that hits up inside. And this is the things that we've been able to do all year round. I mean, we are a tackle team, but obviously we can throw the ball as well. Same deal now. We're running the same play. Roman Ince now on the carry. Martin Wangton, 22, is the lead blocker. Okay, but again, when you look at the work up front, okay, as Ince breaks this into the secondary, nothing fancy, just good old-fashioned power football. But when you look at the double team, all right, to the backer coming over the top, all right, our center, Colin Billups, doing a nice job blocking back. Our puller, Oliver Collier, up into the lane, and, we got a nice crease there. So, again, the work of those big guys up front has been outstanding for us. On the defensive side of the ball, this play for Martin, he is the left defensive end here. If you guys watching can see the left defensive end, number 22, how he gets his hands on the tackle. He throws the tackle. He keeps his head outside, and he makes the play at the line of scrimmage. That's an unbelievable football play. Those are the plays that when you're sitting in the stands, you really don't see. But when you look at what he did here, how he uses his hands, how he throws the kid off, and how he makes that play is just outstanding. You see a better shot of it from behind. And look at the quickness, how he throws that kid and then works himself with his pad level down and wraps himself right into the play. I mean, that's as good as it gets. And, tremendous play by that young man. Back to defense again. We send a lot of pressure. Okay, and number 28, Will Grabko, coming off the edge here, forces his kid to throw an errant ball, but we will come with pressure, a lot. And, when you got guys that can run coming off the edge, we do a real nice job with this. Back to the offensive side, just to give you an indication of the type of athlete Cam is again, he not much going on here. He's able to reverse his field, come back, and just the misses that he makes people have on a play that was going nowhere, comes back for an 8-yard run. And just, that's what he can do. And I think that's going to help us, bail us out of a lot of situations at times. Here's an errant snap. Fortunately, it goes right to the back who was going to get the ball. All right, Joe Fleming. And Joe Fleming hits up in there. Nice hole again. He's into the secondary. What we were able to do, guys, is we were able to roll in 3 different running backs. So we ran Cameron, we ran Joe Fleming, we ran Roman Ince. Martin, got the ball once or twice, but we were able to run some guys through, and we're able to, keep fresh legs in the game. And we have a nice stable of backs that we're able to do that with. All right, looking at the play from behind, again, you're going to see the work when we don't have. You'll see the work of the guys up front. Now, we do throw it here. Okay, we got a 3rd down in the red zone here, and, you want to look at a double slant with an arrow to the trip side, okay, and Mason Geis, again, this is a freshman quarterback. I mean, look at the poise in the pocket, the footwork, the ball placement and the velocity on the ball, hits Cam, in stride for a touchdown. So again, when we need to throw it, we feel very comfortable throwing it. I think we got guys who can catch it. We got a nice kid throwing the ball, and the part that I like more than anything is the protection aspect of it. And you look here, our kids are square, our kids are gap sound, our kids have nice hand placement. All right, we've been able to do a nice job protecting him, as we've gone through these 2 games so far. Back to the defensive side now, a little draw play, and we look at just the force that Mike Giuliano has been at nose guard for us. This kid, you got to understand, what he's able to do, taking on double teams right in the middle of the line, and he just plays and plays and plays, old school, and just a tremendous player for us as he's gobbled up a lot of blocks. Here we come back again. We take a shot. We go to the backside now to Anthony Brown at a 2-back protection. Sorry, let's go back to that one. All right, at a 2-back protection, and again, Mason hits him in stride, and Anthony makes a little move here, and he's in the end zone for a nice deal. And again, from a protection aspect, when we get the shot from behind, we'll see that our guys are able to do some nice things in protection. So we're going to slide the line one way. We're going to bring it back the other way. When you look at these guys all stepping in unison, our offensive line working to the right here, and these are big guys now. You're talking about, guys that are 250 plus, are inside 3, are all 270 plus. But we're a nice job here, in our protection. If you look at Finn Tully, our right tackle, and his kick slide steps, the way he sets himself, and we're doing a real nice job in that aspect there. So we're real happy with that performance with our guys. Mason was 2 for 2 for 2 touchdowns in the game. Okay, back to the offensive side. We're going to run it again. And again, here's the Cam, the way he hits the hole. Okay, Cameron Chadwick does a real nice job hitting the hole, and he's able to get that thing through there. The shot from behind. Not much changes in the blocking scheme. We got down blocks, we got kickouts, and we got pulls. Double teams, down blocks, kickouts, and wrap pulls. That's been around forever in football, and that's what we believe in. Here's the little counter deal now. Okay, we'll take the fullback back across the formation. We get a kick out by our left guard on the end. We get a nice little seam in there, and Cam's able to chop it up and, get about a 12, 13-yard gain. Look at it from behind. Again, the down blocks, the pulls, the kick outs, the double teams, all good stuff. And that's Joe Fleming. I'm sorry. Joe Fleming is a nice changeup for us. One of our kickoffs, I want you to pay attention to right outside the hash here. Let me see if I can get a better shot here for you. Right here, number 45, Luke Laub. He's only a sophomore, and this guy's got one speed, and that's full throttle. And you watch him run down here and make a play on kickoff. I mean, just a tremendous effort by a kid that's going to be a great player down the road. But we did a nice job covering kicks. What they tried to do is they tried to get outside, go to our away to the field. But, when we got guys running down like that, it's a pretty good deal for us. Back to defense now. This is the end of the second half, end of the first half. And just so we know, guys, we will play for layman's terms, a nickel package. For us, it's green, what we call green coverage. So what we do is we lock on all the receivers underneath, and we play 2 high safeties, okay? And they're free. So what we have now, we're less one guy in the box here. We ask our ends to stay wide, okay, because we want to contain the quarterback. These are long yardage situations. And 22 Martin Langton does exactly what he's told to do here. And if you watch him, as he works wide, he sees the back flare to his side, okay? And the ball gets thrown. He goes up in the air and just engulfs the ball, picks it off, takes it down, runs it in for a touchdown. That's an unbelievable football play, an unbelievably athletic play. Looking at it from behind, Martin's on the left side here. He works outside. He sees the back flare. You look at how high he got up off the ground there. pulls the ball in, runs it into the end zone. Just a great play by a very good player. At the end of the game, we started putting some young guys in. We put 2 freshman running backs in the game. The first one, Dacier Spilly, is a young freshman running back that, the future, it looks very good. This is a kid that runs very hard. He's got great size. First year, he got the ball about 5 or 6 times in a row. And, he's going to be a great player down the road for us. But again, I look, Kenny, I think you might have been able to run through that hole. I see that's a pretty,
Thanks, Coach.
That's a great job by our offensive line. And that's our second string O-line, guys. That's our second guys, and they do a fabulous job. And, if I stop that play right there, I mean, that's a tremendous picture of the separation and how we want to block this play. And Dacier is able to get up through there. The other kid, Zion Grant, another freshman, he's in the end of the game, and he shows great speed here, how he's able to get to the edge, gets outside, and he brings it in. So, we look at these 2 young kids down the road. I mean, they're going to help us in a couple of years and be great players for us. But, to get some guys like this in the game, I want to take special notice here to number 21, David Jefferson. Makes a great block here. Okay, how he blocks that edge right over here, and he's able to keep that kid from getting off, and that kind of springs the touchdown. So, I think what we did with all our kids in terms of highlights and things like that were pretty basic, but again, just football 101 kind of, and we just kept doing what we do the whole time through.
Looking at that, look at the highlights. So the fact that you were able to put so many guys in, and just how well they played, just bodes so well for the future of this program.
Yeah,
you have to be happy about that.
Yeah, we have a lot of great. I mean, our freshman team won. I think it was 41-14 yesterday. We've brought in some real good kids. There are some good players here. And they're learning from good kids, and they're learning how to be part of a quality program. And when you got to understand too, Mason Geis is just a freshman. Yes. I mean, so we're locked in there for a while, and we start bringing in kids like Dacier and kids like Zion Grant and Jordan Harrison and some of those guys that we brought in as freshmen this year that are going to be really, really good players, and we have a lot of them. And I know I didn't mention all of them, but we're real happy with the future and the young kids we have in the program.
Absolutely awesome. So, a game like that, 50-0. Now we look forward to our next game, and a big opportunity against Holy Trinity at Rutgers this Friday night, 5:00 kickoff. What are you looking at in that game, and how we should play?
Well, I think you're looking at 2 completely different teams.
Okay.
You're looking at a team in Holy Trinity that has not lost in 12 games. They are currently the number 6 ranked team in the state of New York. They have unbelievable speed across the board on offense and defense. They have 2 receivers. Josiah Brown is offered by Oklahoma, Notre Dame, Michigan State, just to name a few. He's got that kind of speed. He's only a junior. And they have another kid on the other side by the name of Dylan Brathwaite that is a multi-offer kid that is committed to play at Rutgers. They have a kid inside that Irvin Briggs that will be a teammate of Cam Chadwick's at UConn. So they have an array of talent. Their running back, Jameer Reeder, is a very quick kid. They're very aggressive on defense. They are a good team. They play a little bit of a different style than us, where they're very wide open and spread out. They deliver the ball they're not very complicated in what they do, but they're a speed team. Their game is speed. Now, having said that, we are a different style. You know, we want to pound the ball.
Right.
We're gonna pick our spots to throw it in good situations. I think our play action package, which we haven't really shown yet, is gonna be vital this week because of how aggressive their safety is on defense. But you know, we have to play a very cautious game against these guys because any moment, any single play, no matter where it is on the field, they can bust it for a long one. So, I mean, the concern for us is obviously their team speed. Um, I think their concern uh, playing us is going to be, can they physically match us? You know, will they be able to stop our run game? You know, I think you know, you have two completely opposite uh, teams in what we want to do. So I think it's going to be a very interesting game. You know, again, if we can match them speed wise, I think we have a great shot. Okay, if again we get into a track meet with these guys, it's going to be very difficult. And for us, we just got to play our game, not let them dictate to us what we're going to do. And again, on defense, we need to be a little more aggressive. I've seen teams play them, and I've seen teams sit back and try to, you know, not let them behind. I think if you take that approach, you know, you're giving up a lot of things. So our approach may be a little different, but you know, we're really looking forward to it.
Absolutely. You know, the big opportunity to play at Rutgers in the battle for the bridge, but also this game is also going to be televised and broadcast on MSG Varsity. Not sure a lot of people know that, but it will be televised live on MSG Varsity. So that's a big thing.
Not MSG Varsity. It's on regular MSG network.
Okay.
You know, the same network that the Knicks and the Rangers are on that I can't get because Comcast took it away from me. Took my Ranger. I can't watch my Ranger games anymore. But you know, we're really looking forward to it. It's a great opportunity. Our kids are going to be on television. We get to play in the big stage. You know, I just am honored that we are one of the however many teams that are invited to play in this classic. And you know, I want to thank Tom McGuire for doing that for us. And Tom McGuire kind of heads this thing, and he saw us play against DePaul last year. And although we were on the short end of that one, he was very impressed with our team, and he wanted to have us and invite us to the Classic. So we're real happy about that, and I think it's good for our school. I think we make a great showing. You know, it just gets us back on the map, and I think that's the long-term goal here. No question.
One good thing you will have the voice of Immaculata calling that game for you over the PA on Friday night. So it's
what
going
you're
to be
saying is you're saying we have a home field advantage here. You know, well, yeah. I mean, for us,
for me, it's exciting. I really can't wait.
Yeah,
and all that. I'll be doing a few of the games that weekend, and but it's really exciting for me to be doing this game
you know,
for
for
you
us,
guys.
we're 10 minutes away, 15 minutes away. You know, Holy Trinity's got that long bus ride from Long Island. You know, so it's nice that we're going to be able to be there and not have to rush. And, you know, I think our kids are going to be real excited to play on that stage, to see that stadium, to be in those locker rooms, to see the big Jumbotron. And, you know, I'd love to see our student body come out and support us.
Absolutely.
All our alumni and community and fans of our team. So I think it's a great day for Immaculata football. It really is.
Absolutely. And I'm looking forward to that big time. Also, would remind you that kickoff is scheduled for 5 p.m. on this Friday at 5 o'clock. And all. And, you know, again, one of the things I want to talk about, you know, we were talking about seeing the highlights. You know, one of the things we were talking about earlier on and stuff, you know, a couple episodes ago was also one of the things was the line. And there was some concern there, but these guys have really, really played well.
Listen, there was a concern early on about these guys. And I am so proud of them. I mean, especially those three new guys, because Kenny, you've been to our practices. You know how hard I grind those guys.
Absolutely.
And it's been relentless on them since day one. you know, and the reasoning behind it was to get them used to the grind, and
Yep.
you know, they really have responded well. I think Michael Giuliano and Finn Tully, as the older returning veteran players, have really done an unbelievable job in bringing
Mhm.
those kids along. So those five guys who were a major concern, you know, going into the preseason camp, have really done a nice job for us. So we're real happy. I mean, we have Kenny McGoldrick as depth there, Ronnie Bum, and in 2 weeks we get Aaron Mielik back, who had, you know, the transfer 30-day sit out, and he'll be back after the Hoboken game. So that really, and you're talking about another 6'5" kid, you know, that is only a sophomore. So, you know, we're excited about those big guys, and that's what makes a team go. No
Yeah,
question.
absolutely. And you're a line guy, so you know the line plays well. I think the team plays well. Quarterback plays well.
I mean,
They put that protection in front of you. And
exactly, and that's the way our team is geared.
Yep.
I mean, you could tell. I think if you watch us play, you could tell that our team's coached by an offensive lineman. When you watch Holy Trinity play, Kamal Roy, their coach, was a wide receiver for Hofstra. You could tell they're coached by a wide receiver. I mean, it's just total contrast, you know, of styles. And you know, when we played Mannheim Central, their coach Dave Hahn, who I have an unbelievable amount of respect for after that game, he was an offensive lineman for East Stroudsburg. And what he said to me after the game, he says, "What do you expect from two rockhead linemen like us?" And I said, "Yeah, you're exactly right." So, you know, when you look at Mannheim and how they play, that's a lineman's mentality. We have taken that role on here. And then some of these other teams that are, you know, a little bit more spread out, a little more flashy, you know, that's what they have. But the bottom line is, you know, let's just win the game. And it doesn't matter how it gets done.
Right. So, in talking about that, we also want to remind everyone that, or let you all know that the official unveiling of the new film room, the Immaculata locker room and blessing will happen as part of the Spartans Come Home event that will be taking place on Saturday, September 24th. It all begins with 5 o'clock mass at Immaculate Conception Church, and then after mass, a 6 o'clock reception will be happening, and then at 7 o'clock we will have the unveiling and blessing of the beautiful new Spartan film room that you can see on your screen right here now. It is absolutely gorgeous. As a matter of fact, our first episode came from the Spartan film room a couple of weeks ago. We hope to get back there soon. We're coming to you from the original UC studios and it's absolutely a beautiful thing to see. I can't wait for all of you to see it. And once again, that is the Spartan Come Home event, Saturday, September 24th. It is $20 per person, and any UC members will be covered via your registration through the Unitas Caritas Foundation. Again, also, don't forget to join the Unitas Caritas Foundation, where you get one of these beautiful mugs here, $19.66 a month. You can do that right on the Unitas Caritas Foundation website at unitascaritas.com. Well, everyone, that does it for our third episode of the Coach's Corner, and we're going to remind you again, don't forget to join us here at Rutgers Stadium, SSI Stadium, for the Battle for the Bridge, as Immaculata will take on Holy Trinity at 5 p.m. from Piscataway, New Jersey at SSI Stadium on Rutgers University. So for all of us, I'm Ken Gregg, for Coach Mike Columbo and Rob Hellwood behind the controls there. Thank you all for joining us tonight, everybody, and we will see you next week for our fourth episode. So long, everybody.